What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time we're going to a familiar stage. We're going to be visiting the Rift Lord Banquet Halls. So this is a map that I've tried a few different ways in the past with varying degrees of success. The new time, I'm not even sure what it is because it may have been updated. But let's see what we can do with Deadeye. I think I'm going to go for the kitchen strategy again, just funneling everything into here as soon as possible. I think with Deadeye's piercing abilities and all of her AoE damage, that it will probably have the biggest impact on everything. But let's go ahead and grab... I think ultimate set of tools would be good here. Has ultimate set of tools. We don't want bear hugs, we want feeling fierce. And then lightning traps aren't too bad. We could also use the swinging mace, which is really good. Let's ditch. The Spitfire arrow walls, not actually bad. Floor Scorcher's good too. I could drop the floor spikes for ballista. I think I'll do that. Alright, so we have our ballista, we got the floor spikes. We would want to put a bartender or a cook in the kitchen. It would probably be best for me to use the bartender right now, mainly because that additional ability cooldown should help if I decide I want to use Ready Steady Fire more often. Then we'll take the mending route, even though they should be able to keep our HP topped off. Well, if I use the cook anyway. Bartender does not have the HP regen. But either way, this should be a good setup. Let's go ahead and actually prepare it and see what it looks like.
Got an itchy trigger finger. Them older chumps better watch out.
Alright, you heard the lady.
Right between the eyes.
Ooh, Seemed like I had a bit of lag there for a moment. Doesn't seem too weird. I have no idea what's causing it though. Alright, so we are... Oh. I've been playing games where the F keys are used instead of the primary one sometimes, and it has led to me using them when I probably should not. Okay, so let's block that there. Here.
Fine day for a massacre.
Let's put this one back here.
Wait till they see this.
Alright, so that blocks this area off. They should run right in here. Alright, we'll get our bartender set up immediately.
This'll stop.
Force them to go this way.
That's pretty
Like that.
dastardly if I do say so myself.
That, and
Don't mind if I do.
a Spitfire arrow wall. So this should be interesting. The arrow wall should trigger around the same time as the floor scorcher. The arrow walls actually, I think, go a bit farther than the 3-space trigger range. I think they go about 5. So everything should be getting burned going back here, and hopefully that's enough to take care of just about everything. Now I know that the first thing that's going to be coming through here is going to be some kobolds. So for them, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the brambles. And they kind of died before they even got burned, so no combos there. And then we immediately go to a 5. Nice. You can see the AoE damage in this setup is really powerful because of how concentrated the enemies have to get. And that is one of the strengths of setups like this in the first place. Let's grab that. Get down here. Oh, did it again. Alright, so...
Yeah, right there.
I believe I should be able to block
Box is
this.
shaping up real nice. Uh-huh. Good. This'll keep
That's
them
one
guessing.
side, and then should be able to do the other one. No. There we go. Messed that up.
Don't
Has to
mind
go
if you
up
do.
here, and then
That's pretty
there we go.
dastardly if I do say so myself.
So those enemies should come out and whoops, basically do the same thing. Although what I wanted to do was I should have flipped these two over to this side too.
They've broken through a gate.
All right, so with these guys, I'll set the brambles up right there. Let them start rolling in. All right, and because of how narrow this angle is, I can ready, steady fire these guys to death. There'll be a couple of archers coming through at the end. Just get out of the way so I don't get shot, and we are good.
No shot, no service, my friend.
Yeah, right there. Mighty fine day for a
All right,
massacre.
so we're gonna grab spring loaded. I finally got my second level. Usually felt like I need to gain it a lot sooner than that, but
Make some.
oh well.
Barricades are under attack.
What got hit? I must have hit something behind me with an arrow. Whatever, not that big a deal. Now, what I need to watch out for here is explosive units. And normally what I do is I put a barricade over on the left side. But because the way that I've gone and spent my coin, don't actually have one right now, so I have to manually go kill them. Alright, we got our infamy. Kind of roll my way up here as soon as possible. And now we're going to bramble, so we can kind of slow everybody down. And then our guardian helped out with the spin attack there, which definitely freed up a lot of space for us. And there we go. That was pretty much thanks to the guardian. I'm setting up a lot more barricades than I probably would have to spend cash on normally. But I'm not finished with the setups here either. So let's go ahead
Real nice.
and get that started.
Wait till they see this.
Oh, the bouncer bear. Okay, I do not want him running over certain things.
Unstable rhythm. Quick.
Nope, and he ran over him anyway. Alright, gonna grab the razor weed rend again. Alright, these should be some hunters. They can run into all of these exploding arrows.
Well done.
Oh crap.
Unstable rift has been destroyed.
Will we catch something? Yes, we did. Alright, that was pretty close actually. We didn't have quite enough damage to free things up. The traps that I'm using are a bit more expensive than the normal trap setup that you could use on this map.
Boot kicking is on the first come.
Wait till they see this.
And now we should have, I'm not sure if it's on this wave or the next one, a Orpheum. Okay. Back here, what we want are a whole lot of crossbows.
Our barricades are under attack. They've destroyed our barricades.
That happens pretty much all the time. The explosive crossbow archers fire very rapidly, and because they don't deal damage to themselves, they basically just blow up whatever's in front of them. As soon as they have line of sight to anything, whether it be you or your guardians, excuse me, that makes them one of the most annoying enemies in the game. And that's just to make sure that when Orpheum or whoever comes out of that side, I don't really have to worry about them too much.
They summoned a boss minion.
Okay. Oh, and there he is actually.
Our barricades are under attack.
Alright, you have to die. Alright, and there you go.
They've destroyed our barricades.
It's kind of what I
The boss is
expected.
dead.
Alright, can I destroy this in time? I think I got it. Yeah, alright, we're good. Let's get back through here. The traps are actually really coming into their own now. Not that big a problem with the enemies trying to leak through. So, most of that's good. We can add a bit more lightning in here. Oh, meant for that to go there, but alright, that works.
That's pretty dastardly if I do say so myself.
Is it me or did I roll through the barricade? Yeah, it's interesting. That makes it feel like she doesn't
Our barricades are under attack.
trying to back away before they blow up the barricade again. Get the ready steady fire going. All right.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, let's
Yeah, right there.
see if we can finish topping this area off with all of those explosives. We got another human image and another unstable rift. Jeez. When you're encountering rifts with Deadeye, it's a good idea just to do the rule before you start your initial series of firing. It should help out a ton. Just allowing you to burst it down a little bit quicker. Now granted, this is done in patch 2.4, and as far as I'm aware, they have not yet corrected the hip shot buff values for her primary attack, so you'll do a bit less damage, but overall it should take you no more than like another set of shots or two. Okay, now we can clear them out or more misdeeds. For this situation, I'm actually getting a lot of damage off of infamy, so more misdeeds wouldn't be a bad choice. And I don't think enemies are bunching up enough for clear them out to actually matter that much, but still not a bad choice. All right.
The kitchen doesn't take reservations. Kicking is on the first come, first
Let's grab clear them out anyway. What are we looking at? Traps are still doing a lot of damage here. And I have coins, so let's allow them to do some more.
Gotcha in my sights.
So it doesn't look like I actually hit the invulnerability window. Oh, I guess I have to stop firing to actually roll. Her roll does not seem to be able to cancel her attacks at all, and that's important to realize, because there are some abilities which will just easily cancel out whatever you're doing. That does not appear to be one of them. All right, let's see if we can actually, let me just pop the herb. 54 seconds.
Here for support, noble. Chicken necks, pickled fishes, meatball.
I wonder if the cooldown time on that was lowered at all. Okay, these guys are bunching up nicely too. Boom. Whoa. Of course, I saw those coming a bit too late to really be able to do anything about it. Alright, looks like they're just coming from over here now. And that fire AoE from the bouncing bombs pretty much just cleans up kobolds easily. Like, you don't really have to do anything, at least at the level that I'm at, which is absurdly high. I assume that it would probably take like a couple more ticks to actually kill them if I were lower level, which is still not bad at all. Alright, so we got a Lysander, and
Our barricades, they've destroyed our barricades.
oh no, you don't. Good thing I left room for another one. Alright, now since I have ready steady fire, I can make use of it and just gun everybody down. So I don't believe I actually need to kill the chaotic kobold. He can just go ahead and dance around dropping totems wherever, and I have nothing to worry about. Nice. So that is definitely one of the maps that actually allows Infamy to shine really well. The trap damage was doing really well there, but Infamy was pretty much cleaning up all of the minions as they were coming along there, and that made it pretty easy to deal with. The only thing that could really get you there are the unstable rifts and them pulling you out of position. But technically, if I were to drop the regular ballista that I had and have tossed up a few big game hunting ballista, they could have killed the unstable rifts for me, and it basically would have just been me standing in one spot firing arrows at the orcs as they came into that little corridor there. But either way, that works really well, and yeah, Deadeye's great there. Not sure how well that would work if this was something like Endless, but either way, next up is going to be the Confluence. So we'll get to see how well this map will work with her. Now, she's not quite as mobile as characters like Midnight. I'm not sure exactly how her speed fares next to somebody like Max, but she's not super fast. So this map could be a bit challenging, depending exactly on how you set it up. And I haven't tried the pathing since some of the pathing updates in 2.3 and 4, so I don't know if anything changed here, but we will definitely find out. But that'll be the next video. Either way, I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave a comment in the description below, and I'll get back to it whenever I get the opportunity. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one, folks.